Welcome to the Gin Club podcast. There's me, Mitch. We've got Robson.
Hello.
And we've got Callum.
All right.
Lovely. Always gets me. Right, we'll start off with what are we drinking, Cal?
I found something quite, because spring has sprung.
Spring
Apart
has
from it being
sprung.
fucking freezing this week.
Yeah, pretty sure it snowed last night.
It snowed last night and then it was blazing sunshine this morning, so
Crazy.
very British, very British.
Spring has sprung. So I'm having a pink a pink cherry gin by JJ Whitley. I think we've reviewed JJ Whitley before.
Yeah.
He's bang on,
I think
Joe.
a couple of times, actually. Yeah, bang on.
I've had him involved a couple of times. And Jackson, my 1-year-old, found it at the back of the cupboard when he was digging all the alcohol out of the cupboards when I weren't watching him.
He knows a good gin when he sees it.
Exactly, and he threw it on the floor and I'm like, that hadn't been opened, you're getting drunk. And I'm drinking it with apple and elderflower sparkling water.
Do you know
It's basically
what?
tonic.
Yeah. That sounds good. It sounds like a good drink all round.
Doesn't it?
Sounds-
Cherry, apple and elderflower.
Lovely. It sounds very springly.
I
Doesn't it?
that a
personally
word?
think elderflower tastes like piss, but whatever your opinions are.
That's because you're not a man of refined tastes.
But then again, we don't drink gin for the taste.
Let's just wait and see what Robson's gin is before we start doing this.
Yeah, right.
Oh God, is it me next? Because I've got an apology.
Go on then, Rob.
I just need to apologise to the listeners because I know that they love when we get on the new gins and they're all about it, obviously, because there's no other way to enjoy the pod. And I got a food shop delivered with a banging little 3 miniatures in, and I thought they'll be quality. The listeners they'll be getting off to that kind of stuff. You know what they're like. But
You know what they're like.
You know what they're like. They love that shit. But it didn't come. I didn't even get a replacement, so I literally have just had to run to the shop and buy Gordon's Pink, which is, I know, is low tier, but it is what it is. And I've got it where, please sponsor me, Schweppes.
Right, let's roll back about a minute and a half. You can shut the fuck up now. Honestly.
Pink gin's nice. It's bottom tier, but it's good.
Yeah, but I think I've reviewed that twice, in
Yeah.
fact, maybe.
Yeah, I think
No.
I've done
Different
it before
mixes.
as well.
Fuck's sake.
We're running out of gins.
Goes well with
I
Slimline
don't think
Lemonade.
we are.
Well, I'm running out of money, actually.
Aldi's
to be
shutting
fair.
its bank holiday.
Right, I obviously had to make up for my previous gin because it was a revisit and I did despise it just as much the second time round as the first time round. So
You were sure you despised it, though?
yeah, we all know not to drink, what was it, Bombay Sapphire. Now, if you drink it, you're making a big mistake, just don't bother.
So no.
So this episode, I have pushed the boat out, lads. I've gone for a pre-mixed. We love a pre-mixed. And it's Sainsbury's own gin.
Yes, we love a budget
God.
premix even more.
Sainsbury's own gin and diet tonic. Whoa, yeah. Ready to drink. 5% volume. Crazy.
And diet tonic.
Is it flavourless
tonic.
or is it just gin and tonic?
Just G&T, mate, as it comes.
Shaken, not stirred.
On the can it says, perfectly mixed with London dry gin. I'll be the judge of that.
I think for season 3 we should just go through all the home brand ones.
Yeah.
So we'll just
'cause I bet
drink
we could get some
home brand.
serious, Dosser gins.
We could get some serious liver issues.
Oh, yeah. Not at
Every
5%
week.
volume, mate.
Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Aldi, Lidl.
Oh, little
Get
home
'em all.
brand. I hope there's a Netto somewhere that I can get one in.
Don't think Netto exists anymore, does it?
Don't say that. I don't. It's my
Marks and
childhood.
Spencer's.
Oh,
That's a good gin.
Ocado.
Taste
Ocado,
the difference gin. Ocado gin. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's season 3. There you go. A little, little
bargains.
sneak peek.
Ooh. Right, what have you been up to this week, lads? Kel?
I had a bit of a scare actually. So
Scare? Like a health scare? Oh,
no.
It's a Rona scare, isn't it?
So no.
Oh.
That's not real. Shut up.
It's you're not
We
getting
don't
5G
use the Rona
towers in the
word.
house, have you?
we're not saying
don't
the R
use it.
word.
We don't use the R word.
I'm going
not
to have to think
allowed.
of another word then when I'm talking my story.
COVID.
Um, so I'm driving to work, and whenever you're driving, you've got to have your music on full blast, haven't you? So I'm blasting Ice Cube out. Yeah, there you go. Blasting Ice Cube out, loving it. Bit of no Vaseline, banging. Driving to work, and I get to work, and I turn it down because there were like kids in the car park, and obviously it's like an explicit song. So I thought I'll have a bit of decency,
bit of respect for your others.
Yeah. So I thought I'd turn it down. So as I turned it down and pulled in, all I heard was what could only be described as a shopping trolley being dragged underneath my car.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck, I've just been doing like 80 on motorway. This could have been going on for hours. Like, I don't know. I don't listen to my car.
Yeah.
So I had a look underneath, nothing. I'd look at all my tyres, nothing. I was like, I have no idea what's going on here. So I went to work, did my shift, came back out, it was like midnight. And got in my car. And I'm like, oh, it's probably stopped making that noise. Maybe it was like because it was warm or something. And it still made the noise. So like, there's two things I can do here. I can either not drive it home and leave it at work, which I'm not going to do. No one's going to do that. Or I can just get in it and absolutely send it down motorway.
See if it sorts itself out.
And see if it's one of those things that just fixes itself. Because sometimes it does. So
if
I got in my car.
Though, could go wrong.
It could, but it's already gone wrong, hasn't it, by that point?
Yeah, it's already fucked.
So I went down motorway and then got home. Noise is done. Gone. No idea what it was.
That's good.
But as I was driving, something sounded like it hit the bottom of my car. So whatever part had broken has fallen off.
It's gone. If it's not there, you can't worry about it.
Exactly. It's not a defective part. It's just not there.
Yeah, like it's fallen off and your car's still running. You're all good, mate.
Yeah, I can drive. I can brake.
Maybe it was George.
Yeah, so just a cat.
Oh, don't.
No, we can't joke about cats. One of the things, as I've said before, cats stand, cats die.
Yeah, so it's tear rolling down the cheek.
Two things our listeners love: it's gin and cats.
Honestly.
Maybe it were a fucking guinea pig. I hate guinea pigs. I hope it were a guinea pig.
So you hope it were a guinea pig, right? Brilliant.
I hope it were a guinea pig that got stuck in my car and it came off at 80 mile an hour down
Bouncing down our shoulder.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
On the upside, you've lost weight to the car, which means it's now more fuel efficient.
Yeah.
There we go.
If anything, you've just reduced your carbon footprint.
Yep. Unless it were my catalytic converter, and then technically I'm killing the planet.
Good work. 1 mile at a time.
There was a black smog forming behind him.
What?
No, that was just Bradford going in the distance. Was the black smog? The polluted fucking shite that comes out of that city.
Right, Rob, what have you been up to?
Oh, God. Well, I mean, I can't say the word, but we're all getting back into the world, aren't we? I'm getting nice and excited. I was like, yes. So I called up my friend. Well, I don't want to be pushy, but I invited myself to his house. I says, look, mate, you've got a garden, you've got a barbecue. Don't lie to me, I know you have. And I'm not from here, so I've only really got, I'd say one mate. It's two mates. You might get this, Cal. I'm a couple, and I've got another couple, and that's what I'm about it. Yeah, it's
cheers,
tough life. Mate. Sorry about that, mate. And so I rang him up. I said, look, you two have got a garden, and you've got a barbecue. Let's do it. And he says, sorry, I can't. I have a current disease that can't be mentioned. He says, right, that's understandable. He says, but don't worry, because my, like a 10 or 14 or whatever day period ends on Sunday. And I thought, bang on, I'll come round yours, we'll get a barbie on, we'll all be disease free. He calls me up on Saturday and says, oh, just to let you know, my brother who lives with us has now contracted the disease, and I said, I've got to wait 14 days, you can't come round. So everyone's going out, and I've just looked out the window soulfully.
Do you know what a plot twist that is? Neither of them have COVID.
Yeah.
They're just sat drinking martinis and having sausages.
As soon as you said you invited yourself to someone's house, that's what popped into my head.
They've gone, nah. I'm sure I saw one of their Snapchats that they were having espresso martinis at Garden, actually.
Yeah, I did. I tried to not press them, but yeah.
Were it John and Paul? Because I'm sure they invited me. not long about how busy, mate.
They fucking better not have, because it's a rule of 6 in 2 households.
I told them I had Rona, couldn't go around. I got out of it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so that's what I've done. Nothing, but I've looked sadly out the window, wishing I tried to do some things.
I was going to say, let's break it down. So, in essence, Robson's dressed it up, but he's done nothing.
All right then, Mitch. What have you been up to this week?
5 minutes before recording, Mitchell going, "What have I done this week?" Go on then.
I'm fairly sure we told him what he'd done this week.
Actually, this week I had no internet for a day. Whoa! Imagine a throwback like that. Bloody hell!
Was it like being in the 90s?
Yeah, I read a book, and I haven't read a book like that for a very long time. I had no internet. Nothing worked because with Virgin, the TV works through the internet. Who plays campaign games these days? No one.
Well, you can do it on COD once.
Well,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Should have upgraded your internet. Do you know what you should have had instead?
Go on.
Turbo Virgin.
You're a fucking idiot.
Instead of Virgin.
Oh, I like
Get
that.
your package deal on that.
I like that.
Comes with negative girlfriends.
We should actually get sponsored by Virgin. Oh my god. That's so good.
Instead of calling it Virgin Fibre, we can ask them to rebrand it to Virgin Turbo.
That'd be quality. So we've got Heinz that needs to contact us. And we've got Richard Branson.
Honestly, the possibilities are endless.
I told you we're moving up. The glass ceiling's about to shatter.
But yeah.
A big artistic fist going straight through the glass ceiling. About fucking just sausages in tins and Turbo Virgin internet.
Brilliant.
I can't wait for the adverts.
It's just Callum just me against wall, listening to Ice Cube.
It's like
winking at girls on the train.
Stalking people about.
Giving people business cards with my name and number on.
Right, so this episode's topic is bad gym/exercise experiences. I have a feeling that Robson will have something interesting for us, so we are going to throw it towards you, mate.
Well, as we know, I semi-chose this topic because I've got a story, but not only because I've got a story, I have one story. I am quite an emo childhood is an understatement. Like I went to Cyprus once, and I only wore skinny jeans, black skinny jeans. It was a look. It was a good look. So I'm with my mate, and he says, "Do you want to go to the gym?" And I ended up arguing with another guy, saying, "Look, no, mate, I'm going to go gym with him. You can get fucked. Right? I'm gym boy here." Skinny emo kid, long black hair. I think I was 17, or 16 maybe, which means I wasn't actually allowed in the gym as well.
And yet to develop the gut as well.
Yeah, no, I'd got none of it. It was a shit idea from the get-go. I think I was trying to do it. I think I was trying to call it, actually. I think there was a girl nearby, and I thought, if I just fucking win this gym contract, she'll think, oh, he's going to get big. Get on that. I don't think it worked. Well, I mean, it didn't work because I showed up the next day. He says, like, meet me at 8 in the morning. Shit idea because it was early. And I turned up in some black skinny jeans and a drop-dead hoodie. It was quite a poor decision. I think I had Converse or Vans on.
Yep.
They weren't gym appropriate, you know what I mean?
You've actually painted an incredible picture in my head.
Yeah, I've got the black hair. I've got a long fringe.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sullen, but I'm looking down. Yeah, I had snake bites. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go into local leisure centre. You know how it is, big guys. We go upstairs and there's loads of obviously it's early, so there's all big guys who've got in there. There's just loads of roid heads. There's just loads of
sweat lords.
Yeah, roid heads and drug dealers just getting big on benches. And I thought, I don't actually know how to do any of the machines. And I think people could tell because I was getting a little bit of looks, you know what I mean? But because I weren't allowed to be in there because I was like 16, I wouldn't ask anyone. So I just had to try machines out. And I went, I don't know what it's called, but you know the thing where you put on and you kick up with your legs and it lifts a weight behind you? I did
leg press.
yeah, maybe that sounds legit. And I did that, but I'd done it wrong, or I'd left it locked, and I went to do it, and it just clinked. It didn't move. And I just sat clinking it. I'm thinking, I'm getting big here. I'm killing this.
This is easy.
Yeah, I'm like, I can get it all the way. Moved about an inch and it clinks. I'm thinking, right to the bar. Hear that clink, lads. And like this roid head's looking at me a bit weird on his treadmill, and I'm like giving him back nod and smile like, yeah, all right, mate, fellow gym friend, how you doing, eh?
Patting your forehead with a bit of towel.
Yeah. After a good 3 or 4 minutes, my friend comes over, presses some or like unclips some, and like, you've got this unclipped. You're not lifting out. And then I thought, oh yeah, no, obviously I knew that. Went
just warming
to
up,
kick
mate.
it.
Just warming up.
Yeah, just showing what I'm ready for. Went to
stretching.
Yeah, went to kick it. Got it about halfway up. Realised the weight was far too much for me. Absolutely slammed it. Everyone in the gym turns around. There's about 60. I'm now surrounded by about 16 roid heads thinking, you're a bit dodgy. I'm not even shitting you. My mate, whose card I was on, literally just said to me, I think you better go before they notice that we're here. Oh, I'm getting kicked out of the gym by my own mate. Just had to go home in my sweaty, skinny jeans.
Sweaty skin. You did not, build a sweat up. No chance.
I spent 3 minutes kicking that
His
bar.
legs were sweaty. Just his legs.
His legs worked really hard staying still.
But I've got a jumper on just to create the vibe. But it were right in there. I put a jumper on, not thinking, I'll wear a vest or like a light top.
Don't
So what I wear normally is black jeans and a hoodie, so I'll wear black jeans and a hoodie.
To the gym, like it.
It was needless to say, I've never been back. I don't think I've seen that mate again either, actually.
I'm not surprised.
There is a bit of a fashion thing though, isn't there, at gyms?
Yeah.
And you've got to always look at yourself in the mirror. So you've got to wear your gym stuff, and then you've got to do your lifting in front of the mirror and like grunt at yourself. It's just very weird.
Yeah,
it's like very strange.
You're really involved with yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's 20%
You're going to wear the tightest cycler shorts.
Oh, yeah.
New Balance trainers.
He knows. But a proper baggy vest with nipples out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It waves to sides and nipples come out.
Bring up.
And they've always got a belt on, like a tool belt. And I'd never know what they use it for. It's like a belt all the way around.
It's to support your back.
But surely if you're a big muscly guy, your own body can support your back.
muscles should be doing that.
No.
Because I'm a fat mess and my back's pretty well supported by the rest of my body.
Yeah, but you're not lifting fucking however much.
Well, if I did, my back would get stronger and then it'd be...
No.
Do you know what I mean? It'd be alright.
I understand the logic, but it's not real.
Alright.
Just do leg. Leg, and if you want a bit of advice, leave the machine locked for the first 5 minutes.
And then get up and leave.
Yeah, it works you up. Do 1 rep, get off.
What would have been funny is if that guy then went on the machine and did exactly what you did. So he thought that's the way to do it. He had no clue as well.
Yeah.
Maybe he was looking at you going, fuck, that's how you do it.
I've been doing it wrong all this time. Go on, Cal.
Do you want to go, Mitch, or shall I go?
I'll go if you want. I feel like you'll have a good one to end on.
Yeah.
So mine isn't necessarily my own personal bad experience, but it's something that happened while I was there. So at the gym that I used to go to, obviously they have music playing, don't they? But you always wear like headphones or something like that because fuck listening to their shit music. Well, I'd forgot my headphones, or the headphones had the battery had died or something. So I had to listen to their music, and there was something wrong with it. So it kept like skipping, or it'd keep like cutting out, or something shit like that. And there was this bloke that was lifting, and as he went to do a rep or whatever, I think he was doing legs as well, like you were, Robson, on the leg press.
Oh, mate.
And obviously you were struggling like you were. And as he went to do a rep, obviously the weights come back down towards him, and his legs have been bent right back up to his shoulders nearly, and he fucking farted. And as he farted, no word of a lie, music cut out.
Is it like a silence and then an echo?
And no one really reacted or anything like that. It was kind of like, oh, it's just something that happens. It happens all the time. But it's funny, innit?
Did you
Let's,
burst out
let's
laughing?
not kid about it. It's funny. And I had to go have a minute somewhere because I couldn't compose myself. And I just thought, look, I'm like 20-odd-year-old and I'm laughing at this bloke that just farted in gym.
You could have at least coughed over it, couldn't you?
Yeah, like, or grunted. Ugh.
Yeah. Bit rude, really.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been out of place in gym, and a good. Ooh.
Yeah. But just farted. Quite loud. Music cut out. Perfect timing. If anything, he should have just laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only going away.
I like
that
to
were
do
a full
that.
send.
If you trip over in public, I think if you laugh at yourself and you know that you're a dickhead, you don't,
Yeah.
you don't get laughed at.
Yeah. You get laughed
I like
along
saying,
with.
I like saying, does anyone want to adopt that? Do you know, whenever I drop one by accident. Do you want to adopt that, mate? Oh, beautiful. Just a little icebreaker.
Just let people that not only have you done it, but you're claiming it, and they can claim it too.
And they can get involved.
And like when there's only two of you in like a certain area, and there's a smell, and you know you haven't done it, and they know that you know that you haven't done it,
and then they're like, "It weren't me," and you're like, "Oh, it's not fucking aircon, is it, mate? It was fucking one of yours."
My brother likes smelling his farts. I don't know why.
Yeah, who don't?
Not in like a weird sexual way, but like he'll fart and then he'll cup it into his hand and then smell it.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then he'll grade it. So like 7 out of 10 that one.
Like we all get a whiff of his own and think, oh, it's not bad that. But
I don't seek it out though.
yeah, you don't go out of your way.
It's only worth the merit if it gets to you.
Yeah, that's not a bad rule of thumb. I like it. Gonna live my life like that.
It's a good
Right,
saying
Cal.
to live by.
Go on, Cal.
me?
Yeah, you tell us your fantastic story. I feel like this episode and the previous one, the topics. I feel like there's turbo virgin vibes around them.
Yeah, so I was at uni.
Yeah, good.
To start with. And at first off, I went to the gym. But obviously with like social anxiety and being autistic, the gym's not a good place for me. Because I just don't want, like, I feel like people are pressuring me to get off machines and stuff. So I'll do like one rep, see someone look at it, but like, it's yours, mate, don't worry about it. Do you know what I mean? I just give up.
Don't worry, it's yours. I didn't like it anyway.
Someone gets a phone out, I'm like, that's me done for the day then. See you later.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in them photos. So I used to do a lot of outdoorsy stuff instead of the gym.
Yeah.
But not like going for a walk like in the hills or anything like that. I'd literally go to the place where we were staying. It was like a big student complex. It basically just students in this like little student village. Bit off track.
Yeah.
So I used to go on runs at like 11 p.m.-ish on a night.
Yeah.
But I'd try and tie it in with trying to find a girlfriend.
It's always that, isn't it?
As Callum always did.
There's always an agenda.
So in my head, I thought, if a girl sees me running, and they've been out drinking or whatever, and they see this Adonis of a man running towards them,
Yeah.
panting,
Oh, yeah. Sweating.
with his hood up, skinny jeans, black skinny jeans,
That's a
No.
look. That's a look.
running towards a girl, I thought in my head, that is a good opening conversation, that someone is going to want to talk to me. What I found is that most girls either turned around or just stared at the floor.
Yeah.
And were like, nope, I want none of this fucking weirdo. So it did actually work with one girl, because then I stopped. I was like, oh, how are you doing? Like, started talking to her and stuff.
And she
And I
pressed the
think
red
she
button.
sort of, yeah, she sort of talked to me to kind of, I think to like probe whether I was actually like a weirdo.
Like a
Anyway,
sort
she
of
ended up-
test.
Yeah. So she ended up giving me a name. She won't give me a number. I did ask for a phone number. She won't give me it.
You asked for it.
First
Yeah, I asked
conversation.
for. I asked for. I said like, "What's your name and what's your your phone number? I'll call you tomorrow."
ASL.
And she was like, "Well, my name's this,"
ASL.
but she didn't give me the number.
Ooh, so you didn't even give you a fake one, mate, just to humour you a
Nah.
little bit.
So I got home and slept on it. Woke up the next day, and she was on the bus, like going to the uni, because obviously it's like a shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Party bus.
And she sat next to me, and I'm like, "All right, this is going to be brilliant."
So she came and sat next to you?
She came and sat next to me.
Forward that.
Killer.
So I was like, "Here we go." What the fuck is her name? Didn't have a clue. I was like, "What name did you say?"
She'd
And she
literally
was like-
get at you. She was
Yeah.
on
so
a
then,
platter.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
that was
so
like
then
the
she
test, wasn't it?
It was. So then she went, oh, add me on Facebook and we'll get talking. And I'm like, oh, you add me? And she was like, nah. I'm like,
That's why. That's why.
She knew.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no worries. I'll add you on Facebook.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. And I spent about 2.5 hours just searching generic girls' names to see if I could find her. Never found it.
Oh, you couldn't have even said, "Oh, I don't have Facebook," because you just thought, "Well, he's a fucking weirdo."
Yeah, but no, I went along with it. I was like, yeah, we'll do. No worries. Don't sweat it. And then I was like,
got you,
no
man.
clue who you are.
Oh, she might be heartbroken still.
But then when things like that happened, so I could follow that on. So things like that happened, and obviously like sexually frustrated, turbo virgin, trying my best, doing a bit of running,
Honestly,
winking at girls on the train.
You've tried a lot of routes to try and get some, lady friends.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Staring at the reflection of girls in the bus windows to see if they were all right. A lot of different plans,
Tried and
posting
tested
about
methods.
stuff. Yeah, putting up song lyrics to rap and emo and whatever, just throwing it out there. And then obviously it'd all go wrong and come crashing down and be like, this is shit. Like, this don't work.
Women are shit.
This is bollocks.
But do you
I was
know
like,
what?
this isn't me.
Props to you. You get back up, don't you? Think, do you know what?
Well-
that didn't work. Let's try something else this
He's
time.
not a defeatist, is he?
No.
Well, what I was going to say
Oh.
is that the other form of exercise that I took after that happened, I'd go and box trees.
God,
Did you ever win?
To be sick.
So I'd go into woods, like obviously when I'd like failed or whatever, and then I'd just start punching trees. But I'd also do like little dips and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't even just anger punching; it'd be like dipping and boom, boom.
If you were hitting
Two with
back.
tree.
I
Yeah.
want to see it.
The Calvin
Seeing if I
tree 1v1.
Yeah. See if I could like uppercut branches off and stuff.
Carl's
Oh,
that
you
guy who
s-
karate chops daisies and sunflowers and knocks heads off in
He
fields.
goes, yeah.
And then if anyone walks past, he's like, "Do you see that? Killed it."
Me that. All me.
Oh, mate.
Flexing like that. Yeah.
Spitting
So, yeah,
at Daisy
there's-
up floor.
Don't get up.
Grow
Don't
back.
get up.
Grow back.
So yeah, I used to go running on a night to try and find a girlfriend. Then when I didn't, I just used to go punch trees.
You went running at night.
Yeah, it said
Yeah,
it,
I only
it
ever went running 11 p.m.
when
Running
everything
about at
started
night
to close and people
with your
started
hood
coming
up
back.
is not the
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah, D bar closed at 11,
There you go.
which was obviously like the drinking area. So I
On
used to
the,
think
on
if I
the
can,
complex.
yeah. So I was like, if I could do a bit of running as people are drunk, they might actually talk to me.
Right, up next is the irrelevant news time. I'm going to take the lead, gentlemen.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Brilliant. Keep that in. Right, so mine is a follow-on from a previous story. Ooh.
Oh, another part 2. Is it about a sex doll and a Ukrainian
I'd like to,
guy?
I'd like to just say it's actually a part 3. And yes, Robson, it is about a sex doll and not a Ukrainian guy. He's from Kazakhstan, but
That's
it's a good
it,
try.
Kazakhstani.
So we've gone back to our boy Yuri,
Friend of the pod.
friend of the pod. Get in touch, mate. Get in touch. We'll get him on.
Special guest.
Oh,
Let's hope he likes gin as well as fucking toys.
Oh, right, the headline.
Probably fuck the gin.
Oh, don't. The headline is Man who divorced sex doll wife now in a throuple with new doll he considers a sister, which is fucking weird in itself.
So that's
Yeah.
that's incest
Yeah, with the sex
Yeah.
and
doll.
inanimacy.
That's. I don't think you can be blood related to something that doesn't have blood.
Genetically related to something with no genetics.
Yeah, I don't think that works. There is DNA, his DNA, but there's no DNA.
I'm gonna say there's a lot of DNA
that
in
the doll
it.
has. So what?
But it gets worse. It does get a little bit stranger, not going to lie to you. So part of the article reads, the bodybuilder from Kazakhstan has revealed he is now in a throuple with 2 sex dolls, one who he claims is half chicken and the other he considers a sister. What the fuck's going
Half
on?
chicken?
There is a video that goes with the article, and I'm not sure I want to share it on the Facebook page. He told his followers that Lola, so Lola is the one that has a woman's head and a chicken's body.
Oh, it's part chicken. It's genuinely part chicken.
Yeah. He put a post out to the followers saying at the end of it said, "P.S. We broke up with Margot. I'm not ready to talk about the reasons for the divorce yet."
No, Margot, our other friend of the pod. It must have not
What
worked
happened to the
out.
colander?
What happened to No, that was a fling,
colander
wasn't it?
was just a temporary bitch, yeah, while he waited for
Well,
his
she was getting
missus
repaired.
to get repaired, yeah. She, he said in that interview as well that she would understand him
Yeah.
going with someone else. Maybe she didn't.
Honestly, she seemed like a nice lady.
Maybe she just didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she just didn't understand why he needed to.
Maybe she broke up with him.
It's possible. It's possible.
Had an absolute barmy. Maybe she went off with the colander.
Maybe she went
Absolutely.
off the colander at cheese grater. And
He's a fucking
his,
weirdo.
his sister, is it a sister? Is
Yeah.
Is the
one that
toy
he
gendered?
considers-
Does
yeah.
that one look like a
Yeah.
human, or is that also
Yeah, it
part
does.
animal?
It does.
Let's not assume genders.
So most of his
All
followers
species.
suggested giving her the name Luna.
Luna?
Yeah,
Just because it's a nice name, or
and a lot of them thought that she looked too young.
well, she's probably produced in
Too
China.
young. She was
2
made
weeks
about
ago.
3 weeks ago. Yeah, exactly. It probably is too young. It's got no age.
Is there an age of consent for a toy? Like,
He ensured she is of legal sex doll age and welcomed her to
Which
the
is
world.
zero. Which is zero. Like,
which is upwards of 5 seconds post production.
oh, Jesus.
He's got his nipples pierced. He's massive, by the way.
Having nipples pierced is not the weirdest thing about him. I just want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
I'm with you there.
bodybuilder. As well. Maybe if he'd gone for a run or punched some trees, he'd get some
Honestly,
real
he's got
bird.
110.5 thousand followers on Instagram. You need to, Robson. This is your challenge. Get him to follow us back.
Deal. I'll offer to send him a free toy or a cheese grater.
Right. Enough of that.
I've got a plant pot with a hole in. He can have that. He's clearly
Tell
not
you what.
picky, is he?
I've got a fucking Kenwood multi-chef. You can have that if he wants. Just send him all your shit. Right, if anyone listening
got
has
an
anything in the
orifice.
garage
He's found it.
they don't need, if you've got something in your garage that you do not use anymore, popcorn makers, slushy machines, get them sent to Yuri.
He'll find a use for him.
He'll have a 10-way
He'll find a
relationship.
use.
He'll consider it a fucking third cousin.
Fuck me. Right, moving on. Callum, what's your story, sausage?
US man returns from swift shopping trip to find 15,000 bees in his car.
Has someone done that to him or what?
So he did not initially notice the giant swarm, which had got in through an open window while he was inside supermarket.
15,000. He didn't originally notice it. Is he half blind?
No, he's American.
No, yeah, fair enough.
He's American. He's probably tramming in donuts when I got in car. I'm just like, oh yeah, need a snack now. I've just had to
Oh, a
walk
bit of
around
honey
the
for my
supermarket.
donuts. Nice. Wait a minute.
Fucking idiots. So he didn't know what to do.
Naturally.
So he turned back and looked, and was like, "Holy cow!" were his reaction.
Of course it was.
Yeah, because he can't swear. Because he can't curse.
He phoned the firefighters, like fire brigade, to come and help him.
Honestly,
So
what
he
do
didn't
you
even-
do?
He didn't get out of the car. He just stayed in there with
No,
them
he didn't.
and phoned the firefighters because he thought if he get out, he'd get chinned by him.
Yeah, just sit still.
It's more likely to get chinned out of the car than in the car.
Yeah.
What a mentalist.
The whole incident passed largely without injury, but not entirely. One guy got stung on the lip, and we made fun of him the next morning, said one of the firefighters.
But
That's
not the
not
guy
bad.
with 15,000 bees in his car.
Who sat there with them? Like it was some sort of bush tucker
Went in and
trial.
had some donuts and a Subway with them.
They're expensive though, bees. You know, I've looked into beekeeping before.
Yeah, 15,000's a fair few as well. They could have flogged them.
Yeah, it's very
You tell you,
expensive.
call wrong
I really
people.
want to get
Don't
into
call the
it.
fire brigade. Call the pissing aviary and say, I've got you a 10 as well. I've got 50 quid worth here.
I don't think an aviary is the right place to send them, Robson.
Birds,
That's
they're flying,
bird
aren't they?
place. I think birds eat bees.
Not
I
a
think.
beekeeper then, no.
Beekeeper.
Yeah,
that's
you would
what
ring
they're
a
called.
beekeeper.
I was thinking bee guy, but that's not the right word.
You'd
is it?
ring a falconer
He could have them for dinner.
to come and remove your bees.
Or just ring local butcher, mate.
But all of these suggestions are better than the fire brigade.
That is a fair
It's
point.
not
That
a
is fair
fire.
point.
Good work.
But they are expensive. Like I say, I've had a look into it because I really wanted to have bees as pets, but one, Jess won't let me,
Yeah.
and
way.
two, they're well expensive to keep.
So you got a cat instead.
That's cost me more money than the bees ever would. You ever been stung by a bee?
I
Or a
think it was a
wasp.
wasp. A very long time ago. I can't remember it. In fact, I don't know if it was a bee or a wasp, but I was in my pram, and there was a bee or a wasp. We'll say a bee. There was a bee flying around my pram, and my mum was pushing me, and she ran off, just left me.
Abandoned
Yeah.
you.
Cool. And apparently, I was a tiny dot in the distance by the time she turned around and looked. Cool.
Really nice of her. She must have really cared about you.
I was stick fighting with my brother. You know, like when you were younger, you used to get sticks and then chin each other and pretend to be knights or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Jedi.
Still do it, don't you? Talking about that. So what do you do on your back garden when people aren't answering phone?
I tell everyone else I've got COVID so they don't come around.
Like that.
That's what I do. So I fight with my brother and then I stepped backwards and I just felt loads of I thought I'd got caught in barbed wire originally, but I hadn't. I'd stepped on a wasp nest that were behind me, and obviously they're evil.
Oh, you don't mess
Yeah,
about
wasps
with
are
they just
horrible.
sting you for the sake of stinging you, don't they?
They're awful, honestly. The arseholes of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, why
Just
do you need
toss
to
us,
be like
mate.
that? So they're absolutely chinning my legs. So I didn't really know what to do. So I just stripped off, took all my clothes off, because obviously they're climbing all up my trousers, and then ran through my neighbours' gardens, you know, like jumping the fences to try and get through. So they've just seen this fat 13-year-old with no clothes on running through gardens.
Strip off. It might be the worst suggestion I've ever heard since calling the fire brigade.
And isn't running worse as well because they're attracted to the carbon dioxide that you release or something like that.
Yeah, and the colours of your movement. Yeah, I thought I was hard trying to show off some bigger kids, and I took on a wasp nest. And it was a shit idea. I remember just running away, and they just absolutely nailed me as I ran. And and I got like a bright orange. I think I got my same drop dead hoodie on that I'd been to gym in a week before, and they just absolutely nailed me as I ran. All over back, all over arse, and sit down for a week.
It's rough.
Yeah, my mum had to rub chamomile lotion into me while I was sat in bath in my just pants. It's probably the most humiliating thing I've ever had.
Really?
And she was telling me to man up. She was like, man up.
Oh.
I'm like, Mum, I've been stung about 80 times. Just beefing in bath.
That's funny as fuck. That.
Even in bath.
That's funny as fuck.
And like one of them crawled out of my hair. Like the one in my hair. I remember that because that pushed me over the edge. I shaved my hair off like 2 days later because I just couldn't
It's never
have
grown it back
PTSD
since.
about. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm bald. Maybe it all fell out because of the stress of the wasp attack. Natural defence. Can't get in there if it's not
Stripped
there.
naked and ran away.
Whose story's next?
It's me. The headline's shit. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
come on. At
Here
least,
we
have
go.
you got a headline though?
It's on the lamb, Bo. Is that
Right,
a joke that means anything to you? I don't. It might be American.
Is it? Hold on. On the Lambo, is it a sheep that's escaped and is now being hunted by 10,000 police officers?
Nice try. No.
Is it something to do with a sheep and a car?
It's to do with a car. It's not It's not lamb. It's just LAM.
On the
Oh, like Lambo. So like
Yeah, on the lamb, and then
Lamborghini.
Bo's in brackets. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not a joke that we understand. Trooper
really
Rick
interested now.
Morgan. We can go back. We can hit that back later. If you're a listener and you get that joke on the lamb, message
Bo.
us. Message him.
Barry, Get it in the YouTube comments because you comment every time. You'll understand.
Trooper Rick Morgan pulled over an SUV going 51 kilometers per hour just outside of Ogden, Utah. Trooper Rick.
Hold on. Okay, Google, how fast is 51 kilometers per hour in miles per hour?
Thank you, I was going to do that.
51 kilometers per hour is 31.69 miles per hour.
31.69 miles per hour.
Thank you.
Continue.
Thank you. Trooper Rick Morgan pulled over an SUV going 31.6 miles per hour just outside of Ogden, Utah. Expecting a severe medical emergency, he pulled slowly up to the car. Morgan discovered that peering just over the dashboard, barely touching the pedals, was a 5-year-old boy. The boy told this boy, how old's your daughter? Because I want to know if this boy might be the sickest
7.
kid. So I want you to tell me if Freya could do this. He took the keys to his car while his sister was napping. He drove an 11 kilometres across town to the freeway, which is impressive for a 5-year-old. You know what I mean?
To the freeway. Oh my fuck!
He got all the way to the motorway, and he gets all the way up to 39.9 miles per hour, and no one's like, "Oh, that's a 5-year-old." When he was interviewed, he told the cop that he was going to California to buy a Lambo.
Brilliant.
He'd only got $3 in his pocket, but he was sure he could do it. If it had turned up at the shop and says, "Look, mate, I know I've got this, but Lambo me," I'd be like, "5, have the Lambo."
I hope Lamborghini read that story and give
and donate him
He
one.
deserves one.
100% deserves
I've
one.
done the math, and it's 773 miles from Utah to California. So he'd got a journey on his hands. He'd done 11.
Got far though, hasn't he? Really?
He'd done 11 miles is impressive.
Yeah.
At 26, that
700 and what?
773 miles from California to Utah.
And he was travelling at 30 miles per hour. So that took him over a day.
Yeah, it was one day. So
But he'd only just got to freeway though.
Yeah, he was about to pick
I
up.
suppose
Wasn't he?
had picked it up.
At least they were adhering to the speed limits.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? This guy drives. This kid, 5, drives better than I do at 26. It's impressive.
I'd also say that I think Freya could probably do that.
There's only one way
I
to
think
find
she'd
out.
do that. Did he get charged for? Did he get? You know how America is. Did he get sent to court?
Oh yeah, he probably got the death sentence, didn't he?
Yeah.
The cow got euthanized, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did euthanize that cow. No, I think he got off scot free.
Bloody hell!
I wouldn't charge him. I'd give him a medal if anything.
I'd
And
a
charge
rifle.
me for Grand Theft Auto.
I'd also charge the sister. That's negligence.
Yeah, I was going to say whoever's looking after him needs a charge.
Yeah, there needs to be some of their social services. Get down there.
It's America. It's Utah. It's probably their right. It's probably their freedom to let their kids drive cars.
Yeah.
I feel like we just need to send social services to America.
So like, I've got 13 million people in the continent here. Just deal with all of that.
How's the gin going so far?
I mean, we have said that there's a bit too much reviewing for the gym podcast, but we're going to do it anyway. Gordon's bang on. Bang on.
Don't do a bad job.
Basic white girl. Yeah, it's
You
never
know
bad,
what you're
is
getting,
it?
don't you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, shall I go for a spiced peach or something? I just thought, if I'm going to get a shit one, I just might as well get a nice shit one. Go for it.
Fair
So yeah,
play.
bang on.
Carl, Whitley's.
Yeah, it's good. Apple and elderflower and the cherry go well together.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to be feeding ducks and drinking this or something. Like something springtime.
Yeah.
So middle class.
Going to feed ducks.
Little wicker hat on.
Yeah. Wicker hat, having a picnic. This, feeding ducks.
Brilliant.
Nice.
I'll do. Sainsbury's have done a good job, you know. Can't knock them.
No, they haven't.
Can't knock them.
Can't wait for
It's
Series
gone. Genuinely, I can't wait for Series 3, where I can go out and buy Dossa gins and enjoy Dossa gins, apparently, and review them. I can't wait. It's going to be good. Back to it. It's the best time of the pod.
It's everybody's favourite time.
It's Turbo Virgin time. Let's go.
If you drive in, slow down because you might crash for laughing.
Pull over.
4 relentless drinks in quick succession has made me vomit 3 times and I'm in a lot of discomfort. Nearly a gram of caffeine in my liver just got hit with. Why the fuck did I think that was a good idea? I'll never know.
For what purpose?
They were on
I
offer.
feel like it was for the content.
They were on offer.
You didn't have to drink them all at once.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
remember.
buy many things on offer. I don't knock them there and there.
It were 4 for £2, and I just bought them and drank
That's a
them.
bargain.
I bet your ass was sore.
My mum thought I might have had to go to hospital.
Yeah.
She was genuinely worried because I was just absolutely... I've never felt like it. I haven't drunk it since.
Did you down them all?
I can't drink energy drinks. Yeah, they were all down within about 50
I
Doesn't
bet
it
you were
say
shaking
on
like
the
fuck.
can to not consume more than 2 in 24 hours?
Yeah.
Smart.
Honestly,
Smart.
shakes. Even my eyelids were shaking. Like, I had eyelid twitching and stuff. I was absolutely fucked. It's awful. Caffeine has to be the worst legal drug you can ever take.
Yeah, it's one of them where
absolutely wrecks
you just sweat, don't you? You sat down just sweating.
And you can feel your heart
awful.
exploding out your
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah, it were pumping.
Oh.
It were almost like I'd been running at 11 o'clock at night. That's how it felt.
Like it.
Absolutely chilling.
Nice.
Uh,
You should have boxed some trees to run it off.
Burn a bit of
Should've.
the energy, so to speak.
Did a bit of ducking and weaving.
likes how all his matches on eHarmony are disabled or weird. One matched like cosplay and eating raw beef. What the fuck?
Right up your street, that.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you've never ate raw beef? Or cosplayed?
Well, it's beef carpaccio, which is very nice. Since going and trying the middle class way of life, I can get behind it. I'm not going to say on the podcast that I can get behind cosplay because it's almost damning to say that. So,
How old are you here? Getting on eHarmony?
20.
Oh, it fucked up, hasn't it?
Oh, it's after uni.
Yeah, this is well, no, it's not after uni. This is second year
Oh,
of
is
uni.
it? Yeah, so
Yeah.
18, 19, 20. You get up
No,
on
I
the-
don't know if the eHarmony profile is still there.
Oh, please.
That needs to be found. That needs to be
I
found.
feel like it might be.
Please.
That's a
If I
gold,
can
man.
find it in the login, I'll get it. And we'll discuss it
Oh,
next
my
time
word.
because it might still be there. It'd be interesting to see like likes and like what I enjoy and stuff.
Did you
Yeah.
message anyone?
There may be messages. I don't know.
Please.
I couldn't tell you.
Please be there. Please be there.
His interests are what I want to see. It'd be like hunting, fighting trees.
I want to see how he spoke to ladies on it.
I want to see his profile picture as well.
Oh, I just want to see it all. I think it's going to be great.
I also want to see it because it'll be absolutely dreadful. Then one day later, and the gun wink works again.
No,
Boom.
it didn't.
No likes, no comments on that one.
What's a gun wink?
Obviously, it's where you do the gun finger, like,
And
but then you
wink.
wink at the same time. Yeah,
Very Ace
I
Ventura.
actually did it to Jess when I first met Jess.
You do that noise, don't you?
Yeah. And Jess says she remembers the gun wink because she didn't know what I was doing at the time.
She thought you were having an epileptic fit.
Yeah, she thought there was something wrong with me. Well, there is something wrong with me, but she thought there was something more wrong with me.
She thought there was another thing wrong with
Something diagnosable.
Yeah, but the problem is with my gun wink
Everything.
is that I winked with the wrong eye. So I'd gun with my left hand, but I'd wink with my right eye and turn my head to the left. That don't quite work, does it? Like, try it.
you. As if
Gun
you're
with
like
your left.
crumpling.
You've got to gun with your left. So I gun with my left, wink with my right, and move my head to the left from right to left. That's not right.
No,
is
it's
it?
No.
right. You should be like leaning.
It's got to be the other
lean
way.
to, I don't. To be honest, it shouldn't happen anyway.
I think the idea
No,
of
it
the
should
gun
not.
wink is it's like casual and cool, where if you do it the wrong way, you're essentially throwing half of yourself to one side.
Yeah.
It's very over the top.
So you're meant to do left hand, left eye, rotate to the right. If you are a
Just
loser.
nod to the right. Don't- yeah, maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
And if you are an autistic loser, gun with your left, wink with your right, put your head to the left, and then hang your head in shame, go home, have a bath, in your clothes, cry yourself to
And
sleep,
then make a podcast about
and
it.
never
Yeah, then make a
go
podcast
into
about it 10
society
years later.
again. Yeah. And then 8 years later, come out of your little man cave where you've been playing World of Warcraft, listening to fucking Metallica, thinking that the problem was women, when in fact the problem was you, because you're a fat idiot that punched trees and ran trying to find girlfriends at 11 o'clock at night and fantasised about finding hookers at the end of your mum's corner and thinking you're going to nurse them
Oh,
at
I
12,
forgot about
marry
that.
them, and have the best life ever. That's just not how it works.
Oh, mate, you've got real passionate there. I feel quite bad now.
No, I'm just saying that if there's anyone listening that is going on that path, please stop. Please don't go on that path.
Just look at your memories from last year and think, is that cool?
Is this where I want
Use
to
a
be?
gym. Use a gym. Go out with girls that like cosplay if you want.
And
And if she likes raw beef, doesn't matter.
Because it's quite nice.
Just enjoy it. Yeah, because when you get older and a little bit more wise to the world, you realise that's a real thing.
raw beef.
Like 6 out of 10 status updates at the minute are about green flies. Good job I live in a windowed cave on my own. No foreign creatures annoying the shit out of me.
Is that,
Now I chose this
racially
one
motivated?
because I don't think green flies are foreign.
I think they're actually
I'm pretty sure-
quintessentially English.
Yeah. So I must have had a problem with something at the time.
Something's fucked you off.
Oh, I can tell you what it was.
Go on.
I think it might have been autism.
But I was trying to think about this status update, and were there a period of time where there was like thousands of green flies attacking people, not attacking people, flying around? Can you remember?
Yeah, there was like a year.
Because there's like
for
been
it.
yeah, and they were like that year where there were loads of flying ants
Oh,
everywhere.
that one
and
rough.
stuff.
They're big as well.
A murder hornets.
Oof,
And the murder hornets. Yeah,
right, laugh.
there were a couple of years, weren't there, where they were just seems COVID. There's none
I
around.
remember a time where there were just
all gone
generally more green flies. You know, when we were young.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really see them anymore.
Brilliant.
Could be the fact that I don't go down like forested paths anymore, but
Maybe. Needs a girl to pose with him so he can look bitchin' in his Texas Hold'em display picture. No previous experience of me necessary.
You embarrass me.
do you know the only other person I know to have said bitching?
Go on.
Kevin and Perry.
Yeah. I don't think we really need to go into that one, do we?
It's sort of self.
Right, hang on. Texas Hold'em picture. What?
Yeah.
Like on Facebook, something like that.
Yeah, like Zynga
That's
Poker or
that's
something.
tragic.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
That's
it
all
wasn't
I've
for
got
Facebook.
I like how the no previous experience of me necessary. What?
What does that
You
mean?
just hoping that a stranger might message you.
Yeah.
Hoping.
That a strange woman would message me. That's the point, innit? That all the girls that I know do not want anything
Because
to
they
do
know
with me.
you.
So
Because they've got previous
Yeah.
experience.
yeah. So I'm saying, if you had previous
Don't worry
experience, with me,
about it.
come round my house. You can be my Texas Hold'em profile picture.
Brilliant.
Don't worry about it.
Likes and comments.
16. There are a few comments.
No, there
There's
is.
one from a girl, actually. Yeah. So a girl did say, I'll do it, genuinely.
Go on.
And then I put, you're never around anymore.
What the fuck? You got an offer
Uh,
and you shut her down.
and then she put, shut up. I wanted to go to cinema with you, but you had work. And then I put, you forgot about it anyway.
You'd pulled there.
And then I just
And you
ignored
fucked
it.
it up.
That it.
You'd pulled there and
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I think there's so many bits on my Facebook that I've just not noticed
You're
whatsoever.
so out there, but you got no clothes.
I've just no idea what's going
No.
on. Do you know what I mean? I'm there going, I can't get a girlfriend, and then there are girls
She's
commenting,
like,
and I'm just
should I
shutting
go
it
to the
down.
cinema? And you're like, honestly, love, get a grip. You're never around.
Yeah. Well, she's gone, oh, well, I've gone to cinema, but you went to work. And then I've gone, well, you forgot about it anyway. About
It's like
what?
you being,
I went
it's
to
like you being
work.
salty about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. About me going
Yeah.
to work. Wild. 16 and pregnant on MTV is slightly arousing.
No further explanation
Yeah,
needed.
that'll do. That'll do it.
It's the end of Turbo Virgin.
Overall, lads, Sainsbury's gin and tonic, diet tonic. Yeah, give it a go. It's all right, that.
Yeah, same with the. Apart from I developed a coleslaw today, so it's
Coleslaw?
great weather.
What?
Coleslaw?
You developed a side?
Say it again.
Coleslaw.
You did...
It's not coleslaw, is it?
It's not coleslaw,
Yeah, but you
bro.
pronounce it like coleslaw, don't you?
No.
No, it's not. It's not a saw you get on your face from digging coal. What do you...
It's a cold saw.
Cold saw.
I've developed a cold sore
Oh,
today,
I developed some coleslaw on my face.
but it's right where the rim of the glass touches my lips. So every time I have a drink, it's like, oh fucker. So
Well, you once said that once.
5 stars for the gin, 2 stars for coleslaw.
What about the Schweppes?
Oh, 10 stars, please sponsor me.
I thought you'd had enough of Schweppes because they were.
Yeah, I know, but I've tried all the tonics. They're shite. 7-Up was nice, but it was a bit intense, wasn't it? And I've got slimline Schweppes as well, which is we do a healthy alternative also here at Schweppes. Please sponsor me.
Carl, how's yours been?
It's been nice. I've got red cheeks.
Rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
Feeling
Rosy cheeks.
warm.
That's always a sign of
Honestly.
good gin. Either that or an allergy. One of the two. But yeah, it's gone down nice.
Good. Right. I think that's it, right?
I think
It is
that's
indeed.
all she wrote.
Right, thanks for listening.
Have a good time.
Right, see ya.
I'm waving, but you can't see me. Bye.
Stop.
Right.
See you there.